start.
Okay. Hi everyone, I hope you are well. So as you all know, we've now moved over from Zoom to Microsoft Teams. So I hope you were able to get um, onto this platform to enjoy my class. If you are unable to or you join a bit later, just go to YouTube or tell your friends to go to YouTube. It will be shared on that platform. Okay, so let's get going. For those who have just joined, you are very, very welcome, and I really hope you enjoy this lesson with me. When we were on Zoom, we spoke about some of the work you guys are familiar with but still struggle with. So I got a list of things that we will be doing. You'll see just now, but a bit about me. I'm your grade 10 math tutor, and my name is Shantay Groenewald. Okay, so we ended the last lesson on Zoom with inequalities, and now we just quickly want to. I just quickly want to look at simultaneous linear equations, and then move on to factorization. Okay, so like I said just now, we looked at what you guys struggle with, and then you guys said equations and inequalities, factorization, and truth. Okay, so don't you worry. This is what we will be doing today. And then tomorrow and Wednesday, Wednesday will definitely be going to Trich, but now on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, we might just have to end with factorization. We'll just quickly finish that up and then move over to Trich. Okay, just your normal information. If you want any other information, please go to www.africateengeeks.co.za and follow us on social media, Africa Teen Geeks. Okay, now let's go to our simultaneous linear equations. So let's see. We have, I just want to zoom in. How this Microsoft team works, but last time you guys could see better on 150%. So if there is anyone that can't see, please just indicate to me. But I'm going to continue with our 150 Zoom. Okay, so let's look at this. It says this refers to solving problems where you have two equations and two unknowns. Okay, to build up our understanding of how to solve these, let's start with one equations and two unknowns. Okay, so basically it's just what we did. If I go back, it's basically what we did in the previous lessons. If you have, let's say 1, remember, there we go. If you can see that x plus 3 equals 10. But now we're going to add another unknown, which is going to be a y, for instance. Can you see that the x and the y, if we zoom in, we can see that there's two unknowns, okay? So what does that mean? That just means that we're going to solve x first, or you can solve y first, it doesn't matter, and then you go on to solving the other one. Okay, so let's have a look. I don't want to go through all of this because this is just going to confuse you. I want us to go back to here. So what we're basically doing is we just want to get the x first and then the y. How would I be able to get that? Okay, let's have a look. Just want to zoom out. Okay, let's look at our work example. This is where I want to be, so I can explain to you guys. So now, can you see that I have the x and the y and then a number? Okay, what we're going to do is we're first going to see, okay, I want to get rid of, let's say, the y. Okay, so what does this need to be? 6, right? This needs to be 6 in order to say I have to minus here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to minus the bottom one from the top one. But in order to do that, these that the want to get away has to be the same. Does that make sense? So let me repeat that again for you guys. So what I mean is, if I want to work out the x only, I want to get the y away. So I want to make sure that there's no y in my equation, because I'm now going to say 2x plus 3y is equal to -1 minus. So I'm going to minus this one. I'm going to minus my second equation, okay? But in order to get the y away, I need to make sure that this is also 6y. Because can you see, if it's plus 6y minus 6y, it's going to take away my y, right? Okay, so what is my first step? My first step then is to get this as 6y. Okay, so we have 4x plus 6y. How did I get that? I times the first equation by 2. Can you see, in order for this to be 6, I need to times it by 2. So when I times this by 2 to get 6, I'm obviously going to have to times 2 times 2 will be 4x, right? And then I have 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, remember to also do it on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 times -1 is -2. Okay, that's why they call it number 3, because we now edited this to get this to 6. Okay, so all I want you to do then is just imagine now we have 4x plus 6y is equal to -2, and we're just going to minus this, minus 2 from 3. Okay, so here, imagine this should be minus 3x minus 6y is equal to -12. So if I did that, okay, what would it be? So if it was, it would be, this would go away, okay, that would move over, because you're going to eliminate it, right? Moving over to 6. Can you see? It's moving over to 6, to 7, 7x, and that is equal to -14. Now again, like we said in all the previous lessons, I want to get x alone, and how do I do that? Well, basically, all I do is I'm going to divide by 7, so x is equal to -2. Okay, that's fairly easy. Now I can decide with this x -2 where I want to substitute it in. So I can either choose 1 or I can choose 2. It's very, very important for you guys to never use 3, because otherwise you won't get the right answer. So I want you to substitute -2 into, let's say, equation 1. Okay. All that means is that every time where there's an x, you add a -2. Okay, so we're going to say 2 times -2 is going to give me -4. Okay, plus 3y is equal to -1. And all I do, it's just a simple linear equation. And I'm going to get my y on this side, I'm going to get my numbers on that side, and I'm going to make sure that the y is alone, dividing it by 3 and getting my y as 1. So what does that mean? You guys know by this time that x is always first and then there's a y. Okay, so all this means is that x is -2 and y is equal to 1. Is there any questions? Let's see. How do I go to my chats? Okay. Okay, is the Zoom function working? We have Okay, I can see some familiar faces here. Sorry, it's my first time here while I'm busy. Talita, hello. I can see you. Zalnay, thank you for coming. Oli, you here? Hi, Oli. Hello, Miss P. I'm happy you're here as well. We have Anonymous. Arthur, welcome. It's nice to see you again. Okay. It's nice to see some familiar names. Okay, I'm glad you got to the platform. Okay, so let's go back. So is there any questions regarding this? Any questions? Let's just see. I don't know how to see if there's any questions. Okay. Okay. Seems if there's anything. Okay, great. Let's go on. Let's continue. So now I want you, when we did this example, I want you to quickly please do 4.6, number 2 and number 3, and then see how it goes. We'll mark, and then if you feel like we need to do another one, let's just quickly do 4. Okay, but let's start just doing 2 and 3. Is there a way that I can put that in the chat box? Hi Erin, how are you? I'm happy to see you. Hi Lee, welcome. Okay, so I want you to quickly do number 2 and number 3, please. Remember to just write done if you are done, so we can know you guys are done, and then we can continue. Hi Kamal, it's nice to see you also. On the right here, 2 and 3, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so with 2, it's easier to get, let's say, B first and then A. With 3, I might have to times by something to get a third equation to modify number 1 to maybe be able to get 1 alone. Miss P asks, am I supposed to be able to see everyone else's chats or not? I'm not quite sure. Lee, just maybe check your connection if I am glitching. Maybe I'm able to. Okay, I just want to maybe try and get the chats in. with the questions.
Hi everyone, we just lost the teacher. I'll just get her back.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back online. Okay, let's see the chats. Okay, so you guys, can you see and have you already done that? Can we move on? Can we mark it so long, guys? Give me an indication, please. Can we mark it? Okay, Miss P says we can move on. How does everyone else feel? I'm really happy to see you guys. I'm really happy to see that we have our usuals back. Okay, can we mark? Let's see. Okay, come on, I'm going to give you some time. Talita, I'm going to give you some time. Yes, Mr. Mrs. Anonymous, what's your name? So we can call you by name. This will be live on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few more minutes. Talita, you want to see the example again? Okay, I will quickly, while everyone's busy, I'm sure you guys wrote that down. Talita, let's quickly go back to the example for you. Okay, and let me quickly explain it again. So for those who were unsure, let me quickly explain it again. Okay, our objective, what we want to do first is we want to get one of these alone. Okay, we want to get one of these alone. So either I want the x to be alone or I want the y to be alone. Okay, in this case, we said, okay, we have to then therefore make this 6. Okay, so I want to get the x alone, so I need then to eliminate the y. How do I eliminate it? If this is plus 6 and this is minus 6. Okay, so now we go and we times it by 2 in order for this to be 6, right? So we have 4x plus 6x. How did I get that? I said 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 3 is 6, okay? And then we're going to say 2 times minus 1 is 2 as well, okay? Now, can you see, I'm supposed to minus it here, but if I put a minus here, it's going to change this sign as well, because then I'm going to say minus 3, and I'm saying minus times a minus 6y, so then I'm going to get 12y, and that's not what I want to do. So all I'm going to do is just physically add them, okay? I'm going to add 4x plus 6y to plus 3x in order for this and this to cancel out. So if I say 4 plus 3 is going to be 7, And if I say minus 2 plus minus 12, it's going to be 14. What do I want to do? As per usual, I want to eliminate. I want to eliminate the 7. I want to get the x alone. In order to do that, I divide by 7. I divide by 7 because what I want to do on this side, I have to do on that side. Okay, then I have my x. So now I've got my x and I'm happy. What I want to do next is, because I have the x, can you see it's very easy for me then just to quickly substitute it here. So then I only have one unknown, which is the y. Okay, I substitute it, so it's minus 2 times 2 would be minus 4. 3x, I do the exact same thing as I would normally do. I'm just going to solve the linear equation, get the 3 alone, first get all the terms on this side, and the other side terms on that side, and all I'm going to do is get a y, and therefore it's x and y, and that's why it's written like that. Okay. Do you understand, Talita? Okay, Mr. Anonymous or Miss Anonymous, I just quickly explained to Talita. Understand my explanation. If you do not, that's fine. Just give me an indication, because when we mark 2, then maybe that will help you understand a bit better. Miss P, can you hear me? Okay, Talisa says she got it. Kamal, if they taught you a different way, that's perfectly fine. That's a nice thing about maths, is there is different ways to solve it. So if you have a way that will get you the right answer, you can use that. Okay, you can use that. I'm just teaching you my way, because maybe that will also let a light bulb moment go off in your head to make sure, oh, okay, now I understand. So Kamal, as long as you get to the right A answer and the right B answer for 2, the right P answer, the right Q answer, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's go over to number 2. Let's mark number 2 together. Maybe then we will understand a bit. Okay. So let's look at 2. Okay, so what happened? Here I have my first equation. Don't get confused. Don't get overwhelmed. You are going to be more than okay. That I promise you. Okay, then we have our second equation. Here's our second equation. Okay, so can you see that it's the easiest to just eliminate the A, right? How do I do that? Simple and easy. All I'm going to do is I'm going to say 1, equation 1 minus equation 2. Okay, because in order to get the A away, this is a positive and I need to minus it. Okay, so this is just going to minus. Can you see that if this is a minus, right? If I have a minus A, this also has to change, because I'm going to then have to times the minus in which is minus A, minus plus times a plus is going to be a minus. So this is going to be in fact 7b minus 3b. Okay, and then it's going to be 49 minus 9. Okay, just remember that. So now if I eliminated A, my objective 1 has been met, right? We've eliminated 1. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that I need to get my B alone. We said 7B minus 3 is 4B. Okay, why do we do that? Because in front we want to minus this. So you can make a little bracket and then say minus, right? So then obviously you have to times in this minus. What this also means then is after my equal sign, we have 49 minus 9. It gives me 40. So what is my next step? I want to get my B alone. How do I get my B alone? I'm just saying 4B divided by 4 to get this 4 away. What is 40 divided by 4? That is equal to 10. Okay, I'm not done yet. I just have B. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's substitute this B10 into number 2. Can you see? Also remember to show me what you're doing, what your workings are. Okay, so now you just need to show me. Okay, we have A now. Oh, we have B now, so now we want A. How do I get A? I'm just going to substitute this 10 into B's place because they say B is equal to 10. If I do that, it's going to be 3 times 10, which is 30, right? So remember to get these terms on the right side, and therefore I say 9 minus 30 because remember the plus 30 goes over the rainbow. When it goes over the rainbow, the sign changes. So we have A is equal to minus 21. Can you see that A therefore is minus 21 and my B is therefore 10? Okay. Hello, Anka. It's nice to see you. Kamal. Perfect. Okay, how did it go? Quickly type in the chat box. How did it go? Did you guys get the answer? Okay. Okay, can I get an indication, guys? How did it go? Are you still busy? Okay, Anka said you're doing great. I'm happy. Okay, Miss P says it was a bit tricky, but she was also able to do it. Well done. Okay, let's just quickly recap. Moita Lita, Pax, I'm happy it went good. And then we have an anonymous here that says what happens in the second part. That's not a problem. Let's quickly look at it. Okay, let's look at it again. So because I got my B right, I now need to substitute this B because my objective is to get both unknowns. So I need to know what is the value of A as well as the value of B. But in order to do that, I have to first get the value of 1 and then substitute it into one of these equations to get the other unknown. Okay, so how do I do that? I now worked out the value of B, which is 10. Then I just take equation number 2 and I fill in this B10 into this area. So it would be 3 bracket 10, right? Which would actually mean 3 times 10, and therefore it's going to be 30. So then I get all my terms on one side and I get all my letters on the other side. So if this one goes over the rainbow, the sign changes, remember. So it's going to be 9 minus 30 and therefore A then is 21. Now, if you want to check your work, you can also just go and substitute this A minus 21 into that position and then try and get B and you will then get B10. Okay. Kamo, did that help if I explained it a bit better, if I explained it again? Jeremiah, I'm glad you got it. Okay. Tanika, what, wait, you don't understand what you did wrong. So what did you not get right? That I can help you. Leandro, I'm glad it went okay. Thank you. Now you understand. Okay. I'm worried a bit about Tanika. Do you want me to explain number 2 again quickly? Do you guys want me to explain number 2 again? Not applicable. Come on, what does not applicable mean? So if you want me to explain to you again, I can quickly go through it slowly. Otherwise, we'll move on. We'll move on to number 3. We'll move on to number 3. Come on. I'm glad you got it correct. Miss Anonymous says they got it correct. I'm happy. Okay. Let's go to number 3 quickly. Let's see what should we do in 3. And maybe we should then do number 4 as well. I think let's do that. Let's mark number 3. Okay. And then do number 4. But now I just need to, okay, I'm going to do that so you don't see 4's answer. Okay, let's mark number 3. And then you're going to see number 3, 4's answer. Okay, let's do mark number 3, and then afterwards we will go to number 4. Okay, I'm just doing this so that you guys can see, you guys can't see number 4's answer. Okay. Okay. Come on, I want you to just try it this way and see if it works for you. Okay, guys, try and do it my way just for these, and then we'll chat about it. Miss P says she totally got it wrong. I'm sorry to hear that, but let's see how you can get it right next time. How you can get it right next time. Okay, so what should I do? What do I want to do? Miss P, can you see that I want to, first of all, step number 1, I want to see, okay, so the first objective is to get either the P away, to either try and get the P away, or either try and get the Q away. So I want either to eliminate the P or eliminate the Q, okay? Can you see it's much easier working with the Q because 3 is such a hard one to work with. You can still do it, that's fine, but let's do this. This is the easiest one. To times it by 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to time this equation by 2. Okay, why am I going to do that? Because can you see if it's plus 2 and minus 2, I can just say if I minus these, then obviously it's going to give me, it's going to eliminate the Q. Okay, so now they said, okay, we're going to times the second equation by 2. So it's going to be 2 times 6 is 2 times 3 is 6. And then 2 times 1 is 2. Remember, you also have to do it here. So we're going to say 2 times 10 is 20. Okay, but now look what happens. Okay, if I do this, I need to add them. So remember in A, look at number 2 with the A, we minused this. So then all of these signs changed. But now I can just add them. Because if this is a plus, because if this is a minus, let's say I put it in brackets and I minus it. Can you see that the problem comes in that I'm going to have to say minus times a minus is going to give me a plus. So then I'm going to sit with 4q, and that's not what I want to do. So I can just add it easy as pie. Okay, so I can say p plus 6p is 7p. 2q minus 2q is going to be 0. Perfect. Okay, it's going to be 1 plus 20 here. So that's going to give me 21. Now, again, all I do is I want to get P alone. So I'm going to divide this by 7. So what I do on this side, remember, I have to do on that side. Okay, so I'm dividing it by 7. And then we get P as 3. So you can just put this in your calculator as 21 divided by 7. And you'll get P is equal to 3. So if P is equal to 3 now, what does this mean? Okay, first of all, I already have one unknown. My second step then is to get the other unknown. How do I get that? So I'm substituting this 3 in the second equation. Can you see number 2? I'm just substituting this 3 in here. So if I say 3 times 3, because you can see they are together, it's going to be 3 times 3. That's going to give me 9. Okay. If I take this over the rainbow, it's going to be 10 minus 9 because it changes the sign. But now, guys, remember in the previous class, we had this as a minus and we want it as a positive. So I'm just going to divide by minus 1. And here I'm going to divide by minus 1. So that's going to give me an answer of Q is equal to minus 1. Okay. Do you guys understand now? Do you understand where you guys might have gone wrong? Let's see. Chat to me that I can see if you guys are okay. I want us to focus on just 3 and 2 now. I see our time is running out. Focusing on 2 and 3. Let's get the principle down. Ask any questions. Okay, Talita says she worked with getting rid of P. Okay, and then you got Q as 1.6. Okay, what was your P? Because that obviously determines your Q. Okay, great. Pack says all good. Well, I'm very happy for you. This is a good lesson for you. I'm happy. Miss P, Kamal, Tanika, Anonymous. How did it go for you guys? Leandro, Hermia, let me see. I want to hear from you. Anke, let me hear from you as well. How did it go? Okay, Miss P says she thinks she'll get there. That makes me happy. Great. Okay, come on, I'll re-explain number 2. That's not a problem. Tanika got it right. Fantastic. Hi, Erin. Sorry, I forgot about you. I'm good. That makes me happy as well. Okay, it seems as if the general feeling is good. Okay, so let's just quickly move back. We have 3 more minutes. Let's quickly move back to number 2. And then we'll do factorization tomorrow. Okay, so we'll spend the whole lesson on factorization, if that's okay. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll do trig. Okay, so I just want to make sure that we cover everything and we don't rush our lessons. Okay, so tomorrow will be factorization, and then Wednesday and Thursday will be trig. Okay. Okay, let's see. Mooi, Anke. Okay. Talita, you got 6. I'll quickly attend to you just now. Good, Leandro. That's good. Come on, I'm just quickly going to go back to you and Talita, then I'll be with you. So what we said in number 2 is basically we want to eliminate or either A or either B. Come on, this is for you. So I hope you're listening. We either want to eliminate A or we want to eliminate B. Okay, how do we do that? What is the easiest? That's my first step to see, okay, I want to eliminate either one, but which one is the easiest? So the easiest is A because I don't have to times anything. They are 1 and 1, so I'm fine, okay? I want you to now rewrite it and put this in brackets. So say A plus 7B is equal to 49. Put it in brackets. Put the second equation in brackets, say 8 plus 3b is equal to 9. And then in front of the brackets, I want you to put a minus, okay? Because now we're going to minus this equation. We're going to minus 2 from 1 in order to get a away. If there's a minus in front, can you see that it's going to go minus a? But now I have to times that minus into the bracket that you drew. And it's going to say minus times plus 3b, which is going to turn into minus 3b. Okay, and this is going to be minus 9. So if you want to, you can always just go and rewrite it as a plus 7b is equal to 49 minus a minus 3b minus 9. Because I'm just going to minus 2 from 1. If I do that, then I have 7b minus 3b, and that's going to give me 4. If I do that on this side, it's going to be 49 minus 9 is going to give me 40. What do I want to do, Kamal? I want to get B alone. How do I do that? I divide this by 4. Okay, what I do on this side, I have to do on that side. So there I have B as 10. So my first objective is met. I have B. Now I want to work out my second unknown. How do I do that? I somehow just take this equation. Okay, can you see that? All I do is I substitute. I'm going to substitute this in, okay? I'm going to say if B is 10, then this is 3 times 10, which is 30. Okay, get all the numbers on one side and the letters on this side. Okay, on my left side. So this is going to go over the rainbow like we normally did in all the other classes. And we're going to say, okay, what is 3 minus 30? And that's going to give me an answer of minus 21. Okay, let's just quickly go back to number 3 before we leave. Talita, to answer your question. Okay, so it's fairly, you won't ever really get comma. So if you guys ever work out a question and you get comma stuff, especially with these questions, you know you did something wrong, okay? So just have a look and make sure that you calculated correctly, okay? That you didn't do anything wrong. This is the answer, Talita. Quickly see where you went wrong. If you guys are getting commas, then you know, oops, I did something wrong. Hermia, That's fine. It's okay if you switched around the signs. Just remember to do it correctly now. Okay. Are you all okay now? Can we start with factorization tomorrow? Okay. Just give me an indication. Miss P, maybe if we want to do you want to do number 4 tomorrow before we continue with factorization? What do you guys feel? Do you guys feel you want to do another one tomorrow before we continue with factorization? Then we quickly look at 4. We quickly look at 4 for 10 minutes and then we move on to factorization. How about that? Anka says yes, please. Miss P says yes. Hi, Death One Horseman. It's nice to see you too. I saw you on Zoom, so it's nice to see you here. Okay, so it seems as if the general feel then from the 3 I got, the 3 responses, is that we need to quickly look at this again. That's not a problem, guys. We'll then quickly look at 4 tomorrow. We'll look at number 4. Let's just go. We'll look at number 4 tomorrow and we'll go through it slowly and then we'll do factorization. You guys should have a good day. I hope you all have a good day and that we'll meet tomorrow. Bye, Miss P. It's a pleasure. Come, are you okay? It's a pleasure. Okay. Bye, guys.